to Storybook Musical Theater Storytime. My name is Nathan Landis Funk. Some of you might remember me from 2018's production Adventures in Toyland as Captain Combat. Today, I'm going to be bringing you a story that most of you should know by now. I had the pleasure of getting to work on it last summer, actually, at a local theater. And if you don't know it, you're in for a real treat. This is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, in the middle of the woods, there was a cabin. And inside that cabin lived three bears. There was Papa Bear, which, by the way, this was my bear when I was a little boy. And Mama Bear, which this was my sister's bear when she was a little girl. And, of course, little Baby Bear, which is my niece's bear, or at least it will be when she gets old enough. She's only 2 months old right now, all right? And one morning, they went down to eat their porridge, which sat in bowls, and you're just gonna have to pretend we didn't actually make porridge for this, sorry. Now, the unfortunate thing about porridge is that it is often too hot, and that was the case this morning. Father Bear gave it a taste and said, "This is too hot." And Mother Bear said, "We should go for a walk in the woods till it cools down." And Baby Bear said, "That's a great idea." So off they went into the woods. Now, in the meantime, who should arrive but Goldilocks, who happened to be walking through the woods for whatever reason. So Goldilocks knocked on the door to the cabin and, finding that there was no one home, decided that she could go inside and have a look around. So in she went, and of course, before too long, she came across these three bowls of porridge. So, hungry as she was, she decided she was going to give one of them a taste. So she sat in a big chair next to the big bowl, and of course she could hardly even reach the rim of the bowl. So when she tried to drink the porridge, "This porridge is too hot," she said, "and this chair is too big." So she went over to Mama Bear's porridge, sat in the chair, realized it was a little too soft for her liking, and when she tried the porridge, she said, "Ooh, this porridge is too cold." So she decided to give the last bowl a shot. She went over to Baby Bear's, sat down, and gave this porridge a taste. This porridge is just right. And she quickly gobbled up all of the porridge. Now, unfortunately, when she got up from the chair, she accidentally managed to break it. Uh-oh. But tired as she was from her long walk in the woods and all of the porridge eating she had just done, she decided she was going to go upstairs to see if she could find a place to rest. Now, it just so happened that there were three beds upstairs. There was, a great big bed. There was a medium-sized bed. And there was a little tiny bed. Goldilocks decided that she was first going to go over to the great big bed. So she got under the covers and said, "This bed is too big." So she got out of that bed and went over to the next bed, got inside, and said, "This bed is too soft." And so she got out of that bed and went over to Baby Bear's bed. And she got inside, put the covers over her, and said, "This bed is just right." And she promptly fell asleep, and we're just gonna tuck her in like that. Now, in the meantime, the bears arrived back from their trip in the woods. Now, Father Bear, of course, notices there's something wrong with his bowl, and he said, "Who's been eating my porridge?" Mother Bear is next in line, and she happens to notice the same thing. "Who's been eating my porridge?" And Baby Bear goes over to his bowl and says, "Someone's been eating my porridge, and they've eaten it all up!" Now, the bears are a little frightened, especially because Baby Bear's chair has been broken. Well, where could this perpetrator be? They decide they're going to go upstairs and have a little look, see if they can't get to the bottom of this porridge thief. Papa Bear goes over to his bed and says, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Mama Bear goes over to her bed and says, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." And Baby Bear goes over to his bed and says, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." And they're still there! And with this, Goldilocks wakes up, looks around, sees the three bears, and down the stairs, out of the house, and into the forest, and she was never seen again. And the three bears lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. That is the end. Stay safe and have a great rest of your day.